Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you with another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up doing well, got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So today, just going through my daily routines as always, and listening to my podcast and stuff like that. There's a lot of good information that I want to share with you guys, but I want to bring up a topic that I was having with a conversation with one of my students last night. Without going too deep and too personal into it, we were talking about like basically getting in our own way. You know, making decisions over and over again that continue to put us backwards, behind. Why do we do that? You know, I've done them in the past. I try to do them. Less and less now because I'm more aware of the fact, like, doing certain things, having certain bad habits in anything, okay, off the mats, will just put you behind, will help you struggle, will help you, just put you in a situation that just really isn't going to benefit you or your friends, family, teammates, anything around you. Why do we continue to do that? So it's just a question to, just plant a seed in your mind of just to look around what you're doing on a day-to-day basis on what it is that's getting in your way that you're doing, okay? And we were talking about that last night, like, life is hard enough as it is. People do things to us. They say things, they just, whatever. Life throws things our way that we don't expect, that continues to make, that will make things hard for us. Just pick anything, all right? But why do we, our own selves, get in our own way, And if you're able to, it's kind of like with the Jocko thing, detach from the situation where you're at, like right now, today, and take a step back from the outside looking in and being like, why do I do that? Why do I continue to do, let's just use food for an example. Why do I continue to make that unhealthy choice to eat every day? Knowing that's not going to help me get to the goal that I want to get to. Let's use a financial thing, okay? Because that's huge. A financial situation plays a big part in our day-to-day lives. Why do I continue to charge my credit card when I haven't paid off the previous balance yet? Why do I continue to stack on debt, unnecessary debt, because there's good debt and bad debt, but bad debt? Why do I continue to put myself in a situation knowing that I'm not going to be able to pay that off in 30 days. And I haven't even paid off the other previous purchase yet in those other 30 days where I didn't have to pay any interest. Now I'm paying interest on top of interest, and I'm probably not even really using what it is that I bought. I just bought it just to buy it because I just felt like it, because I got emotional and I bought something that I shouldn't have. And now I put myself in a position to where it's not really beneficial to me and or, my family members or whatever. Let's use a Jujutsu situation. My Jujutsu students or anyone that trains Jujutsu, you get advice from a coach or you ask advice, you don't take the advice, and then you continue to do things to where it gets you put in bad situations or gets you tapped, and then you get frustrated because why? You had the advice, someone gave you the advice, and you didn't take the advice. Why are we doing things that continue to get in our own way? Why are we going backwards? And I think when you put yourself in a position to where you can think about that and make it conscious to you, and be aware, you'll stop making those choices that are not beneficial to you less and less. When I'm listening to, and I'll share probably with you tomorrow, this other episode that I'm listening to about standards from these guys on the Darren Woodson show, and how they went to another facility to do a podcast, and they were so amazed by this facility that when they came back, they really questioned a lot of the things about themselves. And so when I hear the things that I hear, like in these podcasts or anything else that I listen to about winning, life, financial, whatever the case may be, it really helps put things in perspective for me. Like, man, why am I not doing that? Why am I doing this that really isn't helping me now? And why am I not doing that that's going to help me go and do the thing that's going to help me win, help my family win, help my team win, help me do the things that I'm supposed to be doing? We just get used to creating bad habits, and we're not self-aware that, like, we know those things are bad for us and not good, but we're not really paying attention to like how bad they're really hurting us. And if you take a step back and think about the decision making that you're making day in and day out on everything that you do, I guess it's kind of like like balancing a checkbook, I guess, right? Like, if you don't pay attention to your spending, and your spouse ain't paying attention to the spending, then all of a sudden you go to swipe your debit card and there's no money in the account because you didn't pay attention to it. That sucks, right? So if you're not paying attention to your daily bad habits, the things that you're doing, and before you know it, it's just putting you further and further behind, and it piles up to where it just really gets you into a bad situation. It's like, why do we do that? So it's just a question. It's just something to drop a seed in your mind today, like to take a step back and think about all the things that are getting in your way, that you're creating, that you're causing to yourself, that not only affects you, but affects the people around you. And when you take a step back and think about that, write them down, you can start to fix those kind of things. But if you're just not doing that, you'll continue to do these things, and before you know it, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years go by, 10 years go by, and you just don't want to be that person. Like, kind of the conversation I was having last night was like, certain things will hurt really bad if you continue to let them go and not address them like you're supposed to. But we all got to go through things. That's just the way it is. That's just one thing that I guess I figured out listening to people's stories and conversations. My own story is that, that's how we learn. We learn by making mistakes. But one thing I did learn throughout this process is that I only want to make the mistake once. I don't really want to keep making the same mistake over and over again, knowing what that mistake will do to me and the people around me if I continue to keep doing that. You got to make mistakes. This is how you get better. It's how you learn. It's how you got to where you got to so far. But then there's some people that will just continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over again, to where they're not going anywhere. There is no growth because you're not learning and getting better from the mistakes. You just keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and you're getting in your own way. So why do we do that? And I think a big part of that is just we're not really trying to be aware of the fact that all these little things that we do, decision making throughout the day, hurts. So just something I just kind of was thinking about all morning because of the conversation I had last night, and some other conversations that I've had with other people recently. And it's just one of those things where, I think we are just more self-aware of the fact that we are in our own way, and life is hard enough as it is. If you were to stop doing certain things, again, healthy eating wise, the choices that you make eating, the financial decisions that you make, sleeping in, watching TV up late at night, whatever, is not really benefiting you, it's hurting you. So let's make some better choices, some better decision making, so that we can move forward and go into a better direction. So like I said, jot it down, write it down, think about some of the things that you're doing that aren't really benefiting you and that you can change like that today to make things go for you in a better direction. All right, guys, so just a thought. I wanted to share it with you guys. And again, I got some more stuff I want to share with you tomorrow about this standard that I got from these guys today. But I really wanted to get this, getting in our own way mindset kind of thing. I wanted to get that out today because there's just quite a few people that I know where it's really just what it is. Like if they just stop getting in their own way, their life would be so much better. But they're not able to get to that next level because it's not a person, it's not a thing, it's not really life. It's just them. It's just the individual themselves just making poor decisions every day. It's the only thing that's stopping them. And if they were to only just stop stopping themselves, their life would be completely different. And so if that's you, think about what you're doing that's kind of putting you in a position to where you're going backwards. And let's go forward. All right. All right, guys. Hope that helps. Catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day. We'll see you.